to smile.
Hello.
You gotta be really, really Just command it, you got it.
Would everyone please stand and remove headwear as the Heartland Detachment posts the colors?
Good afternoon. You may be seated. As we begin today's program, please check your phones and other devices to make sure that they are silenced. Thank you. We are thrilled to welcome you to this special annual celebration where we honor our veterans and highlight the vital role of American education. I'm Kaiser Tapio.
And I'm Cordell Downer. Today, we unite to pay tribute to the brave men and women who served our country with unwavering dedication and to emphasize their significance of education in shaping our nation's future.
We would like to express our gratitude to the veterans here today serving as our color guard. I would like to invite Mr. Dave Free to the microphone, who will introduce the other veterans here with him today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen and students. Today is Veterans Day, where we honor all the veterans that stepped forward and honored the call. Most of you veterans I do not know, but I do know something about you, each and every one of you. At some time in your life, you stepped forward, you put your right hand to God, and you took an oath to defend this country from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Little did you know at that time, when you took that oath, that you turned your life over to officers above you and politicians, which bluntly scares the hell out of me. The politicians we had back then weren't any smarter than the ones today. But each and every one of you veterans, we owe something. I heard something a little scary yesterday on the radio. They were talking about some schools in the United States are not having Veterans Day programs because they said it was too controversial. So I want to thank the Sebeka School, the Sebeka School Board, and the administration for having a Veterans Day program. And to all you controversial veterans, I salute you. Enjoy the program.
At this time, let us all take a moment to remember those veterans in our lives and community who have passed away. We also want to especially remember those veterans in our community who have passed away over the last year. Our own senior high band member, Wade Hutta, will play taps as we pay our respects. We invite all veterans to stand and salute as we honor our lost veterans.
We remember and thank those who have passed away after dedicating their time to the defense of our country. Thank you, Wade, for playing taps for us.
The National Education Association has been celebrating American Education Week since 1921, with the American Legion as their co-sponsors. American Education Week happens prior to the week of Thanksgiving each year. Each day of the week has its own theme, during which we can celebrate our public school community. Festivities like this program today honor the team of people who work in our nation's public schools. Everyone from the bus driver and the classroom teacher to the cafeteria worker and administrative staff, plus countless others. American Education Week this year is November 13th through 17th and continues the century-old tradition of celebrating public education and honoring the individuals working to ensure that every student receives a quality education.
This year's theme for American Education Week is Together for Safe, Just, and Equitable Schools. You can find out more information about American Education Week by visiting the National Education Association's website. Quality public education is made possible in a large part by the freedoms that we share as Americans. Freedoms given to us by the men and women in the armed services. We are honored to have today's program to remember and appreciate our nation's veterans.
Each morning, we say the Pledge of Allegiance at our school. As Americans, these are very meaningful words to us. At this time, our kindergarten students would like to recite the Pledge of Allegiance in honor of our great American flag and the ideals it represents. Please stand and listen as the kindergarten students say the Pledge of Allegiance.
The ladies of the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 456 will now present each kindergarten student with their own American flag. Thank you, kindergarten students and ladies of the auxiliary. The Voice of Democracy program is a national patriotic audio essay contest sponsored by the Veterans of Foreign Wars and its Ladies Auxiliary each year. Nearly 25,000 9th through 12th grade students from across the country entered to win their share of more than $1 million in educational scholarships and incentives awarded through the program which was established. Locally, this contest was open to students in grades 9 through 12th in Wadena Deer Creek, Verndale, Bertha Hewitt, Sebeka, and Staples Motley schools.
Entrants wrote and then recorded a 3 to 5 minute essay on the theme, Is America Today Our Forefathers' Vision? This year's winning essay for Sebeka School was written by Miranda Lilquist, who received a certificate and a $150 cash prize. Congratulations, Miranda. We will now invite Miranda to come and share her essay with us.
Thank you, Cordell. Is America Today Our Forefathers' Vision? From the drafting of the Declaration of Independence to the establishment of the Constitution, our forefathers have laid the foundation of this country built on freedom, justice, and equality. America Today stands as a testament to the dreams and aspirations of the principles our forefathers have stowed before us. The vision of this nation, as outlined in foundational documents such as those, was to create a government that derives its power from the people, a government to promote general welfare, an equal economy, and to ultimately establish an unceasing nation for us all. America is a complex and diverse nation that has certainly evolved significantly since our founding fathers wrote into existence the basic principles of how this nation was to stand. In many ways, we have all followed through with their vision. In others, there will always be new issues and affairs blocking and reforming the path to a new fundamental democracy. Modernality, in short, is the new focus of this country. Having drifted slowly from the customs and traditions of our founding fathers' beliefs, we have evolved to design this country to our basic purposes. There will always be the same practices that are regarded, including our natural rights and the consent of the governed. But movements such as social justification and economic inequality have led us to focus our intentions on what can be greatest for us as a people, contrary to the vision of us as a nation. In some ways, America has always strived toward the ideals our forefathers have laid before us, such as liberty, justice, and the pursuit of happiness. But in all, this nation has shifted its intent from the basic formality the country was built on to what will make the country match their own desire. Throughout the 21st century, the citizens of America have had the opportunity to navigate those core principles, while not straying from what shapes this country today. And although every one of us has different beliefs, America is standing strong because of that. This country was built on basic guidelines, but is also not uniform in all circumstances, which lead people to morph from the first ideals of government to advocate for their own expectations this world can offer. While America reflects heavily on many aspects of our forefathers' vision, it also shows how that vision has had to change and adapt over time. This nation has woven a complex tapestry of adherence to foundational documents and demanded changes. Our forefathers' vision laid a strong foundation for this country, but the nation's growth and evolution has called upon a new dynamic nature of its democracy. Thank you.
Thank you, Miranda, and congratulations again on your award. Ruth Clark, a member of the Auxiliary in Wadena, is in charge of the local Voice of Democracy contest. She had this to say that we would like to share with you. On behalf of the VFW and Auxiliary, I would like to thank Miranda for her thoughtful entry, as well as Mrs. Rachel Kern, who helped promote the Voice of Democracy program. According to their website, the VFW's mission is to foster camaraderie among United States veterans of overseas conflicts, to serve our veterans, the military, and our communities. To advocate on behalf of all veterans, in addition to this great mission, its members are also dedicated to promoting patriotism and investing in our future generations.
The Third grade students have prepared a book to share with us today on those very subjects. They will be reading from the book American Dream Team, A Kid's Guide to Patriotism by Courtney Petruzulli.
Introducing American Dream Team, A Kid Guide to Patriotism by Courtney Petruzulli.
The Declaration was signed, the message was sent, truth undeniable, self-evident. Heroic men and women fought strong and brave so that our stars and stripes could forever wave.
Some marched to be equal to have the same rights. Due to their voices, we can reach the same heights. Some serve and protect at home or away. Their acts of valor put freedom on display.
But independence comes with a price, for some made the ultimate sacrifice.
On several occasions throughout the year,
We shall respect to those who carry us here. The 4th of July, Veterans and Memorial Day
are more than just fireworks and their brilliant display.
It's a time to remember, salute, and honor our America's finest and our nation's forefathers.
It's a time and a place where we can lend a hand
And listen, not speak, so we can understand.
To soldiers of young and soldiers of old who fought for our freedoms, fearless and bold.
This year, let us do something great.
a special tradition to honor these dates. No matter your age, if you're too young to vote. Gratitude is a cause we all can promote.
Lady Liberty is ready to hand off her torch.
Let's start with a thank you on a hero's porch.
A flag, a gift, a hug, a card, or a time to show out of the day to show your guard.
These acts of kindness will make someone's day. The American Dream Team is on the way.
One nation under God, united we stand. Respect, loving kindness is what heals our land.
Land of the free, our leaders all say.
With hope that tomorrow you'll lead the way.
Be proud, young patriot, for you are a part of the team.
Where every day we celebrate the American dream.
God bless America.
Thank you, third grade students and teachers, Mrs. Lilquist and Miss Jenkins.
Citizens of the United States of America do not need to wait until they are grown up to show their patriotism and help make their country a better place. Anyone who has a desire to continue the tradition started and upheld by the American Dream Team the third graders told us about is welcome to join. We will now hear from the Senior High Choir an uplifting arrangement of America that incorporates Emma Lazarus's poem, The New Colossus. The song quotes the most well-known lines of the poem that is posted at the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, choose.
Beautiful for spacious skies, for rainbow waves of gray, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. Give me your tithe, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to be free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these the homeless, send these the tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. America, sweet land of liberty. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for patriotry that sees beyond the years. Thine alabaster cities gleam amid by human tears, human tears. America, America, God shed His grace
Thank you for your song, Senior High Choir.
Veterans of our America offer so much to this country long after their military service. Two important veterans organizations, the American Legion and the American Legion Auxiliary, also provide educational opportunities to the area youth. Every summer, these organizations host Boys and Girls State. These events are for students in their summer following their junior year of high school. Students who attend these events learn about the political process firsthand by electing their own officials for their own cities and state. There are also fun activities planned throughout the week, and these students have the opportunity to experience dorm life. Minnesota Boys Day is held at St. John's University and will be held June 8th through 14th, 2025. Minnesota Girls Day is held at Bethel University. The dates have not yet been announced, but the event usually happens around the second week of June.
That's great information for us all to know, Cordell. Not only do our veterans protect our country while they serve in the armed forces, but they continue to take care of our country's future by being involved in the education of its youth. We are fortunate to have the VFW, American Legion, and the American Legion Auxiliary, among many other organizations who work to serve the country's citizens. Thank you to any members of these organizations who are present here today for your hard work and continued dedication. I am sure that any junior students in the audience who are interested in learning more about Girls or Boys State can get questions answered by Mrs. Kern or possibly even a Legion or Auxiliary member.
Education is the cornerstone of our democracy. It equips us with the knowledge and skills to make informed decisions and shape a better future. Education needs a strong team to help students be successful. Teachers, administration, staff, parents, community members, and extended families all work together.
It is a tradition at this program to recognize staff members who have worked at our school in any capacity for a notable number of years. Let's welcome Student Body President Kelsey Kushel and Student Council Member Jalen Loquist to the podium. Kelsey and Jalen will be presenting certificates of service to this year's group of staff members.
As student body representatives, we would like to recognize staff members who have completed a milestone number of years of service to Sebeka School. Every 5 years, staff members are publicly recognized for their dedication to the education of students here in Sebeka. If today's certificate recipients are present and wish to be publicly recognized at this time, please come down when your name is called to receive your certificate. For 5 years here at Sebeka School, receiving awards are Greta Hensel, Wade Huckerty, Ryan Twirla, Michelle Vogel, and Lisa Wandery. For 10 years of service, receiving their awards are Jim Brockfiler, Emily Crabb, Joanna Fowler, Jerome Meyer, Jason Pearson, Katie Rasmussen, and Lowell Stewart. Terry Aho, Nicole Ament, Barb Idle, and Carol Lindrews received certificates today for 15 years of service to the district. For 20 years of service to the Sebeka district, receiving their certificates today are Mary Beth Brockpiler and Vicki Lake. Becca Puliu, Annie Olson, and Jenny Loquist received their certificates for 25 years of service to Sebeka. Thank you to all of these wonderfully dedicated staff members. We students greatly appreciate all you do for us here at Sebeka.
Thank you, Kelsey and Jalen, for your help today. The years of service that these staff members have committed to Sebeka School are greatly appreciated. The responsibility and care that each employee of Sebeka School has shown to our school and community is greatly appreciated. Congratulations, and thank you to all staff members who received certificates today.
As many of you who have been in our school often know, it was noted several years ago that many employees of Sebeka School spend a large portion, if not all, of their career at Sebeka. Over the years since, it has been tradition to recognize those staff members in a permanent and honorable way.
Apple trees hang above the coat rack near the north entrance of the school across from the main 57 gym entrance. Apples are hung on the trees when a staff member leaves the district for any reason after they have worked 25 years or longer at our school. Last spring, 2 of our dedicated and wonderful paraprofessionals decided to enjoy full-time retirement. Becky Pearson, after 41 years, and Kathy Baumgart, after 33 years at our school.
We appreciate the time and talents these ladies gave to the student and staff of Sebeka for those many years, and we wish them well in their retirement. Members of the 6th grade class are now going to present the Armed Forces Medley with information about each branch of the United States military. During the playing of the medley, we ask all veterans to stand and be recognized when the song for their military branch is playing.
The United States military has a rich history that dates back centuries. Ever since the country began, the need to protect civilians and the nation's interests as a whole have been a priority. Over time, the military turned into 6 separate branches, with each one having its own active duty and reserve members. These people go through an intense training to ensure that they can meet the physical, mental, and emotional requirements for anyone who wants to protect America. These 6 branches include the Army, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, Air Force, and the newest addition, Space Force. Together, they investigate threats against Americans and their allies, defending against them on land, in or underwater, and in the air. Although they have common goals, these branches are very different organizations with unique rules, requirements, and functions. Here's a brief history of each branch. Army. The United States Army is the oldest service branch of the military. It was formed in 1775 by the Second Continental Congress. With the task of protecting freedom of the 13 colonies, starting out small, it has evolved into one of the world's most powerful entities. The Army is the largest of the service branches and is charged with the awesome task of protecting America's freedom both at home and abroad, ensuring the safety of our homeland and defending democracy all over the world. They also have the responsibility of providing support to other services to help them complete their missions and support civil authorities in times of emergency. Navy. The Navy serves as the naval warfare branch of the United States Armed Services. It is the seaborne branch of the military. The U.S. Navy possesses the world's largest carrier fleet and is larger in terms of fleet tonnage than the next 13 of the world's navies combined. The United States Navy was established on October 13, 1775 by the Continental Congress, creating the Continental Navy.
Marine Corps. The United States Marine Corps was established on November 10, 1775, with the founding of the Continental Marines to engage in ship-to-ship battle, provide security on the country's naval fleets, and assist with landing forces. The Marines' purpose: to be the nation's rapid response force in all things from humanitarian relief efforts to combat operations on all fronts: air, land, and sea. Coast Guard. The United States Coast Guard was formed as a result of a merger of the Revenue Cutter Service and the United States Life Saving Service on January 28, 1915. The mission of the Coast Guard is to perform 3 primary roles. The roles include maritime safety, maritime security, and maritime stewardship. These roles are broken down further into statutory missions, which include, but are not limited to, search and rescue, fishery law enforcement, marine environmental protection, securing ports and waterways, drug interdiction, and defense readiness. Air Force. The United States Air Force, which was originally part of the United States Army, became a separate branch of the military on September 18, 1947, as a result of the National Security Act of 1947. The Air Force is an aerial warfare service branch of the United States Armed Forces. It is the world's largest air force, as well as one of the most technologically advanced. The mission of the Air Force is to fly, fight, and win in air, space, and cyberspace. Space Force. This branch was started in December 2019 under the National Defense Authorization Act for 2020. Although Space Force is considered a separate branch of the military, it operates under the direction of the Secretary of the Air Force. The goal of the Space Force is to protect American interests in space. Specifically, it concerns protection of the U.S. from space and while in space. With only about 2,500 active duty members, it is the smallest branch of the armed services. We are now going to play the Armed Forces Service Hymns. Being in this newer, we have included the Space Force hymn this year. Although we do not have a sign for it, we would like our veterans to please stand while your branch hymn is being played so we can honor your dedication to our country.
Shout,
Thank you, veterans, for all you do.
Thank you, sixth grade students and teachers, Mrs. Lake, Mr. Meyer, and Mr. Kaiser, for your participation today.
For this year's program, we are honored to have Mr. Roger Boyce as our speaker.
Mr. Boyce is from Wolf Lake. He served in the Vietnam War with the Air Cavalry. Mr. Boyce is currently a member of the Heartland Detachment Honor Guard. This group has participated in over 600 services to honor veterans. We welcome Mr. Roger Boyce to the podium and thank him for taking time out of his valuable service schedule to speak to us.
Good afternoon. Sebeka, how are you today? First of all, I want to thank the organizers of your Veterans Day program today. What an honor it is to be asked to speak at your school. And most of all, I'd like to thank all the students here today, because from your kindergartners to your seniors, you are the future of America. Thank you for asking us here. We're here today not to honor the brave men and women that have given their lives for our freedom, but with proper respect, we'll save our grief and gratitude for the next May 26th, and of course, every day in between. Today we recognize Veterans Day, a day set aside to thank and remember all the men and women that put on their uniforms and set aside their lives to protect our freedom, the flag, and the torch of liberty. By a show of hands, are there any 12-year-old students out there? Can you raise your hand? Are you 12? I see you out there. There's a few. Well, did you know that on August 15th, 1942, a young man named Calvin Leon Graham enlisted in the United States Navy. Later, from 1948 to 1951, Calvin served the country as corporal in the U.S. Marine Corps. And for the next 10 years, Calvin Graham served our nation in World War II, the Battle of Santa Cruz, the naval battle at Guadalcanal, and the Korean War. In those years of service, Calvin was awarded with a Bronze Star with a Combat V, a Purple Heart for being wounded, a Navy Unit Commendation with a Service Star, American Campaign with 2 Service Stars, a World War II Victory Medal, National Defense Service Medal, a Korean Service Medal, the United Nations Service Medal, and the Republic of Korea Service Medal. You see, Calvin told his mother that he was going to go and visit with his cousins. But when Calvin's mother learned of his enlistment, she informed the U.S. Navy of his actual age. You see, Calvin had forged his mother's name and became World War II's youngest veteran at the age of 12. Calvin was stripped of his medals, thrown into the brig for 3 months, and he was dishonorably discharged. The Bible tells us of a young shepherd boy around the age of 12 or 14, and with God on his side and with a single stone, David became a veteran when he killed the great giant Goliath. And you all know that story. So like Calvin Graham and the young shepherd boy that, by the way, later became a king, you students, each of you, have a great power to do great things. Now by a show of hands of you young people out here today, have you ever been lost? Raise your hand. Have you been? Yeah, okay. Then you know the feeling. Maybe you were at the mall or at the county fair, and you know that feeling, being lost. Well, I got lost once, not at the county fair, but in the jungles of Vietnam. Even in the daytime, the jungle can be a very dark place. And we were out patrolling, as we often did, and I don't know, I'm not exactly sure how it happened, but suddenly I found myself alone. Not alone like at the county fair, but halfway around the world alone and lost. And I knew how to read my compass, but which way did my patrol go? I walked for a while and soon got tired and sat on a log. I thought maybe a little talk with God might be in order. And in that troubled prayer, I asked God for a way out of the jungle and back to my base camp. I remember the promise I made that if I found my way out of that jungle for the rest of my days, I would try my very best to do the right thing, even when nobody was watching. And with that short prayer, I got off that log and started walking. And just over the next hill, I could see this. And I knew right there that I was saved. It was flying over on the top of a radio antenna off one of our tanks. And I knew it was safe again, like you feel when you saw your parents after being lost. The point that I'm trying to make here today is that to a veteran, this flag means a great deal. We trained under this flag. We fought under this flag, and every one of us will be buried under this flag. There are those today that will dishonor this grand old flag and disrespect the veterans that served to protect it. But as I said earlier, you students here are America's future, and I think that you will find the courage to do the right thing even when no one's watching. Well, this is the part where most speakers might say, thank you and may God bless America. And well, that's true enough, but I say that God has blessed America. Just look around you, look to your right and your left. Look at this beautiful school we're here in. And I say, may God continue to bless America. Veterans don't ask for much for their service, but we do like to be remembered. So thank you for inviting us veterans to your school today. Thank you for showing us that you are doing your very best to keep America the freest and most blessed nation on the face of the earth. Thank you.
Mr. Boyce, thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us today. And thank you for your service to the United States and its citizens. We'll now conclude our program with the patriotic sing-along. Courtney Fowler and Miranda Lilquist will lead us in singing while Mrs. Johnson directs the band. Please stand and join in as we sing many well-known songs that celebrate our American heritage. The words are printed on the back of your program.
That's fine.
His hands are rolling along. Hear them shout in an air, don't much and right above, while Arkansans go rolling along. Then it's high, high, and the field artillery, go out in the news loud and strong. For wherever we go, we will always know that Arkansans are rolling along. That Arkansans are rolling along. From the highs of Mount Tezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battles in the air, on land or sea. First we fight for life, for freedom, and to keep our honor clear. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines. You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you live. You're the emblem of the land of love, the home of every emigrant. Every heart beats true 'neath the purple and blue, where there's never a post or bird. But should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on a golden thread. When eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord, He is tramping out the vintage with the grapes of wrath are stored. He has loosed the faithful light of His terrible sword. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on.
Thank you for making our program a success with your attendance and participation today. While you're in our school, feel free to stop by the Media Center and check out the book fair. A great way to support education is by putting a book in the hands of anyone at all. We would appreciate it if the younger elementary students would be allowed to leave the gym first, beginning with kindergarten. Thank you and have a great day.